While everyone is playing with ChatGPT, AI agents are quietly taking over. And this changes the game. AI agents are not just another type of AI model. Unlike chatbots like ChatGPT or Gemini that wait for you to ask something and then give an answer, AI agents can actually think, make plans, and get things done all on their own. Big investors like Y Combinator and Sequoia have already realized how powerful these agents are and are investing billions in companies building them. AI agents can book your flights, manage your schedule, or even create whole new companies by themselves. And here's the best part. You don't need to be a coding expert to use or create these AI agents. They're made for everyone. But with all the hype around them, it's easy to feel lost or unsure about where to start. That's why in this video, I'll explain everything in simple terms. What AI agents are, how they work, what they can do, where they're being used, and how you can even build one yourself. So, let's dive in. Now, I'm sure you must have heard of ChatGPT by now, but AI agents are another thing altogether. To understand this difference, I want you to imagine this scenario. Your boss gives you an assignment to research some market trends and then create a presentation on it. To complete that assignment, you go to ChatGPT and start telling it what your boss has demanded. Do you notice how it can gather all of the knowledge required to do the task, but it can't actually do it for you? At the end of the day, you need to be the one who goes to PowerPoint, chooses the theme, makes the slides, puts in the images, and then sends back the email to your boss with the presentation attached. With the invention of AI agents, you don't have to do this anymore. You can simply give the agent the same prompt and it will do everything for you. This is exactly where the key difference between normal chatbots like ChatGPT and AI agents lies, which is knowing how to do something and then actually doing it. So, to give it a definition, AI agents are programs designed to think, make decisions, and then actually act on those decisions all by themselves without any human intervention. But this definition alone won't do you any good. Because in order to master AI agents, you need to understand what's really going on under the hood and how do they exactly work. Let's go back to the market research problem that we gave to ChatGPT in the beginning and see how an AI agent might solve it using these components. Alright, so I've given the same prompt that I gave to ChatGPT to this AI agent that has the ability to control my browser. For the census, this would be using the user prompt, so the prompt that I've given it, and the screen sharing. So the screen sharing would basically have the browser itself and the AI would be able to see what's happening in that browser and then make decisions about what its next steps should be. For the memory, it would be using short-term memory and long-term memory. For short-term, it would basically have the conversation that I'm having with the agent or simply the prompt that I've given it. And for the long-term, it would have the employee directory with emails. The reason why it might have this in this document in the long term is because I've told it to send an email to my boss, and because that email isn't explicitly mentioned in the prompt itself, it might have to go into its long-term memory to retrieve that, and that email might be inside the employee directory with all of the emails. For the brains or decision making, it would be using an AI model, and in this case it's using OpenAI ChatGPT 4o. The 4o basically has the ability to process images, videos, and text, which is why it's also called multimodal. And for this specific task, it might need to have different specialities. The first speciality that it should be the researcher speciality. So because I've told it to do research on the topic AI and its effects on the life of cats, it might need to become a researcher and do proper research on the topic. Then it also might have to become a PowerPoint expert because I've told it to create a PowerPoint presentation on the research topic. So once it has done the research, it might become a PowerPoint expert and then start making a PowerPoint presentation on it. And once the PowerPoint presentation is made, it then might have to become an email writer because it has to send a proper formal email to my boss with the presentation attached in it. So these are 3 hats that it might be wearing throughout this whole process. As for the tools, because it's a browser controlling AI agent, it would have browser automation as the tool, and through that browser itself that it is controlling, it would be able to access different tools like PowerPoint for the presentation, Gmail for sending the emails, and Google for doing the research on the topic given. And yep, that's how it would be working. This is just a basic example that I've shown you. Some of the real-world applications of these agents will blow your mind. They can now join your team as a junior developer and write code 24/7 without rest, which is exactly what Devin AI is doing today for $500 a month. MetaGPT, an AI agent, has become so good that you just need to give it a one-line requirement and it can draft up a whole company inside of itself and start to output user stories, comparative analysis, requirements, APIs, documents, and everything else that may be required. Internally, it has multiple instances of LLMs running, each working with the role assigned to them. This role can be the boss, the product manager, the architect, the project manager, or even the engineer. You might have this question pop up in your mind right about now. If AI agents can do all this right now, then what does the future look like with them? And would they be able to replace people like you and me? With the advancements in AI and the memory capabilities of these models, it is very much plausible to believe that these AI agents will only keep getting better in the future. In my opinion, the implications of AI agents would be similar to what every type of technological advancement has brought in the past. It will push humans to get better at the stuff we were inherently made to do: form genuine relationships, emotional intelligence, persuading people, and truly novel thinking. Alright, this next segment that I'm about to cover right now might just be the most important one of this whole video, and that is, how can you make AI agents for yourself? If you're someone with programming experience who loves to get hands on with code, then you should absolutely be checking out Crew AI, a Python based open source framework specifically built with the aim to create autonomous agents. But if you don't really have much experience in the coding space and you still want to get into this trend, then worry not. There are a lot of no code platforms like Vector Shift that can help you do exactly that by basically just connecting different blocks with each other on your screen. So, congratulations. You now know what AI agents are and how to build them. But all of this holds little value if you don't actually go out and build one yourself. If you want to learn how to build your own AI agent completely from scratch, check out this video of mine, and I'll see you there.